Hello everyone, Miss Gretchen with Rubies and Moonstones. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you like it here and would consider subscribing. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for your support. I really do value each and every one of you. So today I wanted to share a post review of Wynken, Blynken, and Nod by Scott Gustafson and Diamond Art Club with you. I so enjoyed working on this piece. I literally could not get myself to stop. I started it on February 8th and I finished it on February 26th, so that took me 18 days. And I'm only able to get in a couple hours a day, honestly, if I'm lucky. Sometimes on the weekends I can get in a bit more time, but most days it's only a couple of hours. I try and sit down for a good period of time, but tend to have quite a few interruptions. So maybe on a good day I could get 3 to 4 hours in total. But I've actually never really timed it out. So this took me 18 days. There are 84,825 diamonds on it. It is 65 centimeters by 81 centimeters, or 25.6 by 31.9 inches. And it is just gorgeous. I started at the top. I always start at the top and work my way down. And there are ABs and fairy dust throughout. A lot, actually. So there are 4 ABs and 2 fairy dust. There are ABs and fairy dust in every fish, and especially in this cloudy section down at the bottom. And I think that it's really showing up really, really shiny on the camera with this light where those ABs are. So like right here where it is really shiny, those are the ABs. So the camera's really picking that up well, which is excellent. I did have a couple other projects going on while I was working on this one, but I mostly focused on it. I only took a bit of time off really to work on my Nefertiti series, just because I loved doing this one so much. There's so much color blocking throughout, which you can kind of see as well, just even here, that I actually didn't section this off as much as I usually do, just because it worked better to just peel back the plastic and do this whole color at a time. And so I just kind of tried to do sections like that as I went. And I am so happy with how it turned out. And I know that most people will associate this with children and the nursery and maybe won't purchase it because of that, but it was so much fun to do. This has honestly been one of my favorites to work on at this point. And I think that part of the reason why is because a lot of the other ones that I did just had so much confetti, and I don't mind confetti. I like it. I think that it's fun to change it up. It's the detail when you're done and the satisfaction that I have when I've completed those pieces. That's why I really enjoyed them. But this one just went so fast in comparison, and it's got to be because of the color blocking. It's Diamond Art Club, so obviously the canvas was great. The glue was great. The drills were really good. There were only a couple that I kind of had issues with, but really, I don't know if I have any marks as really bad in this kit. I really don't. So here are the diamonds. I cut up into these containers, obviously. And so we have the 4 ABs, so 125, this minty one, 126, the purple. There was a lot of 126. That's what is all down here in the clouds. And then we had 131, the gold, and of course 141 are white. And then for the fairy dust, we had Z743 for gold and Z3743 for purple. But there is a lot of the purple ABs next to the purple fairy dust. And same thing with the gold. We have a lot of the gold ABs next to the gold fairy dust. And that's all throughout. And that is what I think made this just so much fun. So here we have white ABs with the 125 mint ABs, and then we have some of the gold ABs and the gold fairy dust, and then here's the purple fairy dust and the purple ABs. So I mean, it's everywhere. You can see all of that shine in here. It's just covered in ABs and fairy dust, and I loved it. And you can see when you look at these that some of them are still really full. Like this one, I honestly had to basically top it off at the end, so that's great. So definitely had enough of diamonds. There were maybe a couple that seemed close to running out on, but those were usually ones that I probably didn't have a lot of anyway. It was just one section that I really needed them in. But this is probably the only one that I struggled with. It's the only one that's ringing a bell, but otherwise the colors were really good, and that was number 798. So plenty of extras. It was gorgeous. It was so much fun. I think my mind is scatterbrained, but I know that I said I did buy this for my son's nursery, so I understand why people associate this with children and babies in nurseries. But it was really just so much fun to complete. I am so glad that I got it because, like I said, it's one of my favorite kits so far. And just, gosh, look at that shine. I love looking at the shimmer in the camera because it really, really shows it. Square ABs, if I didn't say that already, or if you didn't know that, which I do love the square ABs, because there were so many ABs, like color blocked ABs down here in the bottom. I was nervous about that. So I finally researched some putties and waxes and things like that and tried a few out. And what I ended up using was Randa's Crafty Corner putty. Although at times, if it was fresh, at times it could still come off on the ABs. But if I found that if it was older, a bit dirtier, then it didn't really stick to the ABs as much. And afterwards, I did have my husband go buy me a brand new toothbrush, so that I could go over the ABs to peel off any coating that might have gotten on there. But I have not gone over it because it actually didn't, when I actually look at it, it didn't stick as much as I thought that it was going to. So I'm going to zoom in on a few sections just to show you, and then I'll put in a picture of the entire piece, since I can't fit the whole thing into frame since it is really rather large. So and I honestly love the detail of the shoe. I just think that that turned out so great as well. Cannot wait to get this up in my son's bedroom. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to frame it, because I do want to frame it or mount it in some fashion so that when he's older, assuming that it still looks good, because it sounds like these do last quite a while, then I may gift this to someone who is having a baby. So, yeah. All right. That's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you would like to see more of my content as I create it, please be sure to subscribe. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, please be sure to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.